Erin.
Hey,
All good? Okay. Um, Last session ended. Well, the what happened last session was that you guys were in the last room of the upside down tower, and after lifting up a bed that was crushing a skeleton, a mysterious force started shocking members of the party. And after Brutus swinging his weapon around, he connected to someone, and a spirit of a powerful mage appeared. It was just a what remained of this, so it was easy to defeat once it was visible. But after that, Rain ran away as quick as possible from that place because he was feeling it was affecting him. But at the very top level, he ran into a group of bandits who were slowly taken care of. Some of you confronted them, but Max stayed behind to use the Chamber of Runes to summon a chest full of platinum pieces, which were later split evenly between the party except the Rain, because he didn't want anything coming from that tower. Although the leader of the bandits was wearing a studded leather armor, who uh, was taken away from him and gifted to Rain. After exiting the tower, Trebus was captured by these bandits, but after the bandits were killed, Trebus was released, and you guys decided to travel back to Karakonic at night. Um, Nothing bad happened. Some of you got exhaustion, but it wasn't any problem because after the long rest, uh, it was fixed. Uh, Next morning, what everyone did first was identify the items that they got, getting a ring of psychic resistance and a pearl of power, as long as other magical artifacts that everyone gathered inside the tower, which was the scroll, a key that wasn't ever used. And I believe that's it. And that's where the session ended.
And for we did take a long rest, so I just did that after last session. I don't know if everyone else did it.
Yeah, that was after the
yeah,
long
I got it.
rest. It is now early morning in the town of Karkonig. What is everyone doing?
I'm heading downstairs at the Northern Light to get something to eat.
I believe Brutus is taking your routine, your morning
Yeah,
jog.
I'd probably be going for my morning jog, unless the group had more important things that they wanted to deal with in the morning.
If you're out jogging, give me some perception.
Okay. Would the rest of the group have been up before I left? Because if they were, I probably wouldn't have gone for a run.
I would say no because you said you will be up at like 6 a.m. There's no way my character will be up.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I would say even with that, you notice that there are some people that usually there's no soul walking around these parts this early morning, but today there are some people just hanging around.
And I'm assuming, like, yeah, I might have been able to see them, but with that low of a perception roll, I can't tell what kind of people they are. They're, feminine, masculine, things of that nature.
Yeah, there's a mix of male and female,
Okay.
but they are all covered in cold weather clothing, so you cannot tell what they are. Like
And
what
about how
species.
many? Oh, sorry. About how many of them did you say there were?
As you're jogging around, you see small groups scattered around town.
Okay. So it's not like one central group. It's like there's different pockets of them throughout town. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would just retain that information until I met up with the group. I would finish my jog and go back to where we're staying.
What are you doing, Martok and Rain?
I'm reading my journal and writing what I experienced in the tower, basically, like writing about the machinery that looked like it bored out, the bandits, the skeleton, the device, all that kind of stuff.
All right.
So I'm not leaving the inn, basically. Or no, were we asleep in the inn or the bar? I think was I in the barn? Or was all in?
No, you will or in the inn.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm doing for now until everyone's back, I guess.
Okay.
I'm down having breakfast until Brutus comes in the door.
As I'm kind of catching my breath, I want to apologize for my behavior. I felt a little different waking up this morning. Like something had happened yesterday, something to do with the tower, but I feel more like myself. I hope I wasn't too out of the ordinary.
Or you were a little bit aggressive, especially to Rain, saying that he was a weakling and running away and all that.
I don't remember that. I guess I wasn't there.
Well, you know how our people are.
I do know. We're
very competitive. And that would, he would have been cast out. He would have
been cast out. Any weakling gets cast out, just like me and you.
But it was even more than that. It felt like disdain, hatred, even in a sense, almost. I don't know, but I'm just glad we're out of there, and I'll definitely need to apologize when I see you.
So was it apparent that he was out of sorts, or was it not apparent? Was it apparent that it was the effect of the Chardlin or not? We don't know.
I believe you made a perception check and you rolled a 3, so you didn't notice.
Yeah, I think I did as well, and I didn't. Oh no, I think you said we did realize that it was because of the tower.
You did the perception check to Travis to see if he was out of the ordinary, and that's when you rolled a 3. Yeah. But you didn't check Brutus.
But you said that because we knew the tower was made of Charlin, that we would know that was something was happening. Or maybe that was just me, I can't remember. But you definitely said that.
Mm. Well, I do think an apology might be in order. I mean, we're all in this together to help this region out.
I agree.
I suppose at this point I'll have like main appearance.
Were your ears ringing?
Hmm?
We were just talking about you. I wanted to apologize for my behavior yesterday.
Oh, did someone leave?
New guy. Great sign.
Okay. As long as I don't leave the Discord or what.
Yeah, exactly. But he's back. We got a little worried there for a second.
Connection issues. Don't mind me.
I understand you. You seemed a little off. I can only imagine it was the same feeling. Maybe it manifested differently in you. For me, it was my thirst became almost insatiable. But for you, I can see you may have had some disdain or scorn for those who would flee. I would too in your position, but I only regret not ushering you all to follow me. Could have perhaps stayed to do that, but
it's ice under the bridge now. We're all right. Hopefully we can get through this. We'll be even stronger going forward.
I'll shake your hand.
I'll pull you in for a big old Goliath hug.
Right outside the tavern, you start hearing like bulk of people gathering around. Like
Oh yeah.
this part.
After my formal apologies, I would have definitely have let them in on the sites that I saw. I'd have been, oh yeah, and I forgot to let you guys know of the strange masked figures, the cold gear I saw all over town.
Barkeep. Is it that time of month?
The bigger Corey will come and say, there are certainly lots of people coming in. Still not sure why is the occasion.
What's the usual time that the Torias caravan come around this part? I would say a lot of people would gather to be able to get something purchased from him.
Don't believe Torga would get to this reach of the towns. We are the farthest town from all of 10 towns.
That's rather strange.
Yeah, it'd be strange to turn down business, in my opinion.
What do you want to do? You want to go outside and investigate, or stay inside and see who else comes in here?
Did I notice at all weapons or anything on them, or did they seem to be like more civilian types?
Yeah, they look regular folk, like another town folk.
Okay. And there was a lot of them?
Yeah, small groups like families, sort of, like 2, 3, maybe 4.
Perhaps something happened from another town. Maybe they are coming here seeking refuge of sorts.
Yeah.
Did it look like they had like sleds or baggage or beasts to carry their
I
belongings?
feel like, honestly, out of character, my perception was so low, I probably didn't really notice shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You only noticed the irregular activity, but didn't pay much attention.
Let's just go outside and see what's up.
Okay.
Going outside, there is a gathering of around 8 to 10 people around a tall and different looking figure. Nathaniel, would you care describing as your character?
All right, so as people gather over that figure, you see in the middle a being, or well, closer to a celestial than a regular being, Nasamar. Very rare among these parts. He is wearing full armor, but he doesn't seem to be wearing any sort of warm clothing. Instead, heat itself seems to emanate from him. You see a family surrounding him who is like very joyful, and they feel all of the folk seem to be getting closer to him because of well, how much energy is radiating. He, with his holy symbol, tends to people who show him their wounds, and with a simple touch, he's able to cure frostbites and such. In this atmosphere, he is quite a far cry from this frozen wasteland, and he tells people about his lord, the morning lord, Lathander, and people seem to praise him, mistaking his benevolence for the gods above.
That's a
You
cool
hear
introduction, bro.
one of the kids of a family say, "Thank you so much. We wouldn't have made it without your help."
Well, I look towards the and I just say, well, don't thank me. It is all thanks to the divine grace of Lathander. I only did my part. Do take care and prepare well.
We will see if we are welcomed here. We have tried establishing in other towns, but they all say there's no space. We hope we can find sheltering here. Hello, Max.
Hello,
Hi.
Matt.
Eh,
Well, Nathaniel says I'll ensure that you find refuge here. If not in yours, then I'll try my own name. Perhaps he'll be willing to lend us some grace. Regardless, you have my word. Today you will have a roof above your head. The children will be well fed, and you will be warm.
May Lathander listen to your words.
As you will. May the morning Lord bless us all.
As they reply with the same and do like the gesture of thanks.
Yeah.
And to this
Just
scene, what is the group doing?
Is that some sort of angel? Never seen anything like that.
I have not seen a healer like this ever before in this land. I've been here for a long time.
Nor have I.
Well, it's a good omen. It's a good omen for us.
Well,
You
maybe
think
we should
they-
speak to this good omen.
Go right ahead.
Do you think they'd be partial to our cause?
Might be worth finding out.
Okay, we'll approach them. Is Max with us?
Yep. Max, you just missed Nathaniel's epic introduction.
I'll be sure to watch the video.
Well, that was quite the showing there.
well, Nathaniel notices a group of adventurers. I know two of your Goliaths. What's red?
Just a human.
Oh,
Wink, wink.
I-
No. Oh yeah, I look like a human. And Max is a gnome, right?
Yeah, I'm a gnome.
No.
A rock gnome.
all right.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I notice the Goliaths in the know, and he's like, the morning Lord's blessings to you as well. And I look upon them. Do you perhaps require something of me? As you look upon him, you notice that the heat emanating from his body, it's not biological. In fact, biologically speaking, that there is almost no heat at all. It's purely magical. There is something very different about this being.
Are you melting anything around you? Like, is the snow around you melting?
It's not that evident, but like, it's not like excruciatingly hot or like just melting everything around me. It's just very cozy. Like you
Like
feel
comforting
safe.
warmth.
I can't think of anything that I need or my companions, but should introduce myself. I'm Brutus. And I'm gonna notion to the rest of you guys.
Martok, the oldest person in group. I do believe at least.
Rain. I don't think you've said your name, have you? So it's like,
You're asking me, right?
yeah. Again, who might you
well,
be?
I happen to be known as Nathaniel in these lands. Feel free to refer to me as such.
Okay, well met, Nathaniel.
Well met, Rain.
So why are you here?
Wait, Max didn't introduce.
Yeah, but Max was hiding inside.
Well,
I
why
am-
am I here, you ask? And I just gesture towards like the frozen landscape, and I just say, in the name of my lord, I am here to bring dawn to these lands. I am here to ensure that the sun will rise again and warmth will return to these plains. That is my divine mission and my duty.
And we do have something in common.
I was going to say something similar.
Are you perhaps investigating the cause of this incident as well?
We've been trying to.
That is very interesting.
It is eluding us
Well-
what the cause is, because there's
Yes.
every rock we turn, just
Exactly.
more questions, no real
It's
answers.
just like an onion.
Hmm.
Layers on layers.
Well, perhaps this is not the best place to speak, as I just noticed the crowd around me, and I just hush over the children, and I wave them over. And I just walk, and I just say, perhaps it's best we head somewhere to an inn. And you just see Nathaniel just doesn't walk, he just flies.
Nice.
That's impressive. I can fly.
Will certainly be very useful.
Yep.
I will walk briskly.
I'll save money on crampons anyway.
And you say that, by the way, and he's like up ahead, but he still hears it because he has like 20 wisdom. It's very high perception.
So what is the which place would you prefer? There's actually there's a bar in an Indian town. You got both the hook, line, and sinker in the Northern Light.
Well, I am new here, actually. I've been escorting a family from Dogar's Hold, who had to move out due to giant wolves attacking. Herr Koenig, so I'm pretty new and I don't know much about the town, so perhaps he'll be willing to guide me.
I was gonna say that's not where we're at.
Yeah,
Wait, where were we?
he put the wrong map up. He put Kirdinval up. Great.
So
So,
the Northern Light is the inn. Hooglang and Sicker is a tavern. This is a general store. And yeah, that's like the important places.
Perhaps we go to Hook, Line, and Sinker?
I'm just gonna fetch the last member of our group as I go inside to get Max from the Northern Light. Coming, Max? Or are we still sitting up there reading your books?
All right, fine. I'll finish this chapter later.
Speaking of which, do you want to read the spell book that you got this morning? I mean, yesterday. You want to read it
Yes.
this morning. So reading it, you find in it the following spells: Minor Illusion, Disguised Self, Arcanist Magic Aura, Blur,
Lure or blur?
Blur,
Right.
and Magic Mouth.
Wonderful. All right, thank you.
Entering Hook, Line, and Sinker, you see the barkeep is just starting business, cleaning up the tables, wiping up the frost from the windows, and drying up the mugs. But he welcomes, saying, morning, if that can be said anymore.
Good morning, I say, as well, bright light somehow just springs out of Nathaniel's hands, and the spear of light, he just makes it go up top, and suddenly the room is much more well illuminated, and all the features are more clearly visible.
Did you use?
Now it feels like, yeah, I lose light, the cantrip, yeah.
Nice.
Let there be light. And well, now the room is much more visible, and I just say, now it truly feels like morning. And I just sit down.
That is quite comforting. I do not have the drinks ready yet.
No need. I don't need any drinks. Well, the companions with me perhaps may, but
If you give me a couple of minutes, I'll bring you some.
that will really be not needed. But yeah. Anyways,
You miss. As he keeps cleaning up.
So I guess we just sit down.
Agree.
Tavern is empty. Doesn't. The drinking people usually arrives later, so it is a quiet space right now.
Well,
A well illuminated tavern.
Yeah, speaking of which, hold on.
it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and somebody drinking.
It's really nice.
Ignore the people in the picture.
Ghosts of the past. All right.
So, Rain, you didn't get to hear, but wait, in character, did you learn about the items?
Yeah,
Okay, like you know.
I
what you
already
have.
declined to. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you declined it, and then we discovered that. Never mind then.
No, we gave it to you. You got the spell slot thing, did you?
Yeah, the pearl. Yeah, I
Almost
was
certain.
just gonna bring that up to see if you wanted it, because I
No,
wasn't
you
sure if
can-
you had heard about it. Okay.
You can take a ring of psychic resistance, Rain. I got a
No, I don't want
+1 weapon
anything
already.
from the tower. Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
In character as well.
Well, what, Nathaniel? What have you learned in your travels? I wish there was a way we could telekinetically speak.
As he says, what have you learned in your travels? Nathaniel smiles for a bit and just says, absolutely nothing. Or well,
I will tell.
and it,
I will tell Brutus to with telepathy, you idiot. Because I got telepathy, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
forgot about me. We can certainly do this.
Oh, we can? Are you?
I
Did you
can-
just say
I
that in
can-
my head?
Yeah, I said it in your head.
Brutus,
Oh, sorry. What do you need me to do?
give me some history.
Oh, let's go. Oh, I didn't. Come on, I rolled an 8. Do you
18.
see
It's
that
18.
in
I see the
Beyond?
I see the 18.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
I see 7.
Nathaniel,
sevens.
did you mention in or out of character that you were an Asimar?
well, out of character, like I won't mention in character I'm an Astamar. I just described it.
All right then.
You can ask, I guess.
Forget the history roll.
You can try and determine from features that what kind of race I am, I guess.
I was gonna say in Martok's
Give it a
head,
history roll.
and then hopefully he could relay the information to the others in our group. But I'm gonna ask him: do we trust Nathaniel? Do we relay what we've learned so far? Perhaps their abilities might be useful.
We just lost our tracker. We are short on manpower. I would certainly welcome this new guy in. also he's shown that he's possibly good of heart, helping these people out. So that's a yes for me.
Okay. I'm expecting. Well, I was hoping you would then relay that to Rain and Max and try to get their opinion on the matter as well.
Yeah,
Everyone just staring at each other in
the
silence. while
the
my
downside is
pony
it's
lives.
only one way, though. I can talk to you, but you can't
I
talk
know,
to
yeah.
me. So
It's a lot
Oh.
like the mind link ability
Message or whatever.
of Rangers.
Yep. Nathaniel is just smiling at all of them. Like,
I'm just
Yep.
gonna like gesture by
Don't mind
drinking you.
me.
Let's just roll it.
While you were meshing each other telepathically, or even if it's one way, I'll explain our not what we've done so far, but I'll just say like essentially. Well, actually, yeah, I can start by saying like I'm a traveler to this land, much like I assume you are. And I don't know if this. I've got a 17 for history, so I don't know if that means I know you're an Asmar, but I think it's enough to know that you're not from here. Sir, or at least I'm
Well,
assuming that anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, so when I came to this place, my intention was to try and thaw this oppressive cold that seems to have taken over. I can tell it's evil in origin, and I wish this land to be rid of it. So it seems we're at least aligned on that.
A most noble intention indeed. I nod, and I just say that is a good reason to arrive here. Your intentions are noble and pure, and well, we do align in at least on that.
Do you have any other intentions while you're here, if you don't mind my asking? Or was your primary cause to come here and put a stop to this?
You see Nathaniel's brow furrow a bit, and he's like trying to just not show it, but he says, no, nothing else.
And it seems you're at least focused.
That is the case. With that being said, you have a very odd adventuring party. As I just look around and say,
What's odd about us?
it's very odd for a lot of fighters like you to band together in such trying times. I've been looking around, but there's a very large lack of adventurers.
Yes, it seems that the weather gets people down, makes them depressed, even some might say.
The cold is a season of, well, sadness, but the light and the summer will bring the season of nourishment, the season of growth yet again. And after winter, the sun will again rise one day. So don't fret.
Well, Martok and I we've been here quite some time. It's been a while since we've seen that, even since at least in my tribe, since we've heard tales of it. I mean, it's been so long, we've almost forgotten about it, and the elders that knew of it have all died off.
Well, in my knowledge, I can't particularly determine what kind of magic has taken a hold here. I do know I should be able to purify it if I am able to properly identify it, but currently, I do not know.
Yeah, neither do we. It's all the people around these towns, they blame the Frost Maiden, but I've yet to see any evidence of any of the sacrifices being done in her name to stop the cold and stop the never-ending winter at all. So I'm a bit skeptical when it comes to the actual cost of this, and we might have some insight on our recent travels to a tower
Hmm.
from what it could have been.
What this frost maiden you speak of? Do these people voluntarily sacrifice their own just for a chance at alleviating some of the cold?
Depending on the town, they have different sacrifices. But yes, some let people sacrifice someone to walk out into the snow and die of cold weather and the elements. Others do minor things, not lighting candles or
What
not
a
eating food. I don't remember all of them. Do you have all of them, Kaden, what all the things were that the different towns were doing?
The bigger towns do human sacrifices. They either
Mm.
execute them or cast them out of towns for them to die to the elements. Medium, so to speak, towns sacrifice one day of their food, and the smaller towns that cannot afford human or food sacrifices, they sacrifice warmth. Like for during the night of the new moon, they don't light any sort of fire or any heat sources.
As Nathaniel hears that, he says, any being that demands worship in such a manner is treacherous and blasphemous. No true deity or true being should demand some kind of sacrifice or tribute in some form to appease and to be appeased like this. This is harsh and, well, very tragic for these people. They need hope.
They do, and we certainly aim to rid the region of this never-ending winter.
That being the case, what have you accomplished yet?
Well,
Well, it's much like an onion.
it is. Let me see. We've met all kinds um, of people that have ill intent, both to this region as well as to general, like any other one that's travelers and so forth. We've met worshippers um, and Durgar that said that they will take over this entire region. There's an element of this region that comes from a tower that recently went and looked through that has spread a crystal called Chardlin in this region that is having some sort of mind affecting properties, and it's not for the good. Like all the cultists were using it, and the Durgar seems to not be affected by it, and they're gathering it in every single town for some bigger plan. But it's lot of bad elements for such a region that looks to me that doesn't have much to offer. But obviously, some people want power, and they don't care who suffers. But there's no immediate evidence that any of these parties is the ones that is causing it. They're merely taking advantage of the of what's going on here.
I see. Well, I believe if you wish to start from the bottom, the best place to start is by helping people. And well, trouble arising will usually find their way to torment it. And from there, we can punish the people who wish to do wrong to the innocent.
Mm.
With that being said, I don't know much about this town, or well, a lot. My memory is a bit of a, well, let's just say it's not in the best place at the moment. I don't
As you
really
say
understand. Mhm.
you hear the doors being bust open, and you see a silver dragonborn that some of you have already met as Trovus. and he's like tumbling around and say, but if it isn't my favorite drinking party, come on, gather around. As he walks towards the table that you're in and sits with you and says, yells to the bartender, bring it in, the usual, runs on me. And who's the new guy? As he points towards you, Nathaniel.
Well, as I just noticed the dragonborn walking in, and I say, my name's Nathaniel. Great to meet you. And I look towards the party and I say, a companion of yours, perhaps?
No, it's the speaker of the town. It's like the position of a mayor.
Yeah, you would know
Oh.
that the speakers are the people in charge of towns.
I look
So
towards the
you're new in
dragon.
town. 2 rounds for
Mhm.
you. You hear that? 2 for him. And the barkeep says, as you order. And he, with a, what is this called thing as well? He's got many glasses or mugs in a thing and brings it to the table and puts
Tray.
one to each other. A
Tray.
tray, thank you. And
Well.
puts 2 on you, Nathaniel.
Well, Nathaniel awkwardly stares at it for a minute and just sheepishly smiles and says, no, it's fine. I won't be needing it.
You lose, and he grabs it and tips it to himself as he starts drinking. I mean, he's
Mhm.
clearly already drunk, but he's still drinking.
I'm gonna go up to the bartender and look, I know that he's a good customer. I'm really worried about his health. Maybe you could water down his next few drinks, keep him from being so lost in the sauce all day. It's not good for him.
Oh, believe me, these are already watered up.
Damn. All right. Well,
Appreciate the
Y-
concern, though. He's
of
a good
course.
man.
I tried.
So did you leave the table, Brutus?
Yeah, I would assumed I would have gotten. I mean, I wouldn't have yelled that at the bartender. I would have gone up there and said that to him.
So I would say as you move, you can finally see Max that was sitting in between us, but you were hunching over, so you kind of like hid in between 2 Goliaths. And this is
He's like flat.
this is your
Stanley.
cue, Max. This is your cue.
Sorry, I guess I was lost in the sauce. What's my cue for what?
Presenting yourself. Sorry for cutting before.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize we were doing like introductions. But yeah, oh god. Hi, I'm as I like what is it? I imagine what's your character's name again?
Nathaniel?
Nathaniel. All right. As I introduce myself to Nathaniel. Hello, I'm Max. Sorry, I get distracted with books easily. And what was that?
As well, Nathaniel witnesses the almost comical scene of the the Goliath leaving and just like a clown card gnome in behind, and he just sees that and is like a bit flabbergasted. He's like, "Yeah," and he offers his hand to shake.
As I gladly take your hand and shake it, getting my bearings a little bit, probably just like deep into a book and kind of forgot where I was at the moment. As I shake your hand and look up, I'm the main mage of the group.
I see.
Will you be, and you'll be joining our escapades? I take it.
Yeah. As you notice, you're shaking his hand. You would notice that his hand is very warm and very like comforting. Like, is this very cozy?
Hmm.
And he says, perhaps, yes. You seem like people with noble intentions, and my current traveling alone seems to hamper my progress. It would be wise to travel with companions.
Well, we'd love to have you. As you're shaking his significantly smaller hand, rough from wear and tear, obviously some kind of tinkerer, worker, likes to make gadgets and such. Wearing more dark, like maybe a cloak, with probably a book strapped to his side as a spell book, and alongside with a little material component pouch, and just seems very interested in what you are, having never seen someone of your race before.
Well, if I can describe more of my race if you do like an investigation check or something, I guess.
You can do an
Sure.
investigation check if you are curious
So
enough.
inclined. Yeah, I'll do that. What we got? 17.
Okay, well, Nathaniel seems to be an Asimar, one of the plane touch races belonging to the astral plane. He seems to have white wings, feathery wings, and well, he's wearing armor, silver armor, which appears to be, which armor is it? Scale mail. And on his, he has an amulet dangling from his neck, which appears to be the holy amulet of Lathander. And well, do I reveal that, Kitten, in the DMs with you dog?
If you want to, I mean, I don't believe the roll is high enough.
Yeah, actually, it isn't high enough. So yeah, that's all you notice.
All right. As I recognize a few traits, I'd imagine I've always imagined that people from the astral plane have some modifications, kind of like how astronauts come back taller than they were before, just slightly altered based on like your experiences and the different environment you've lived in. And I just my face seems to brighten as you talk about like possibly joining our group, and just getting to see as I speak again. I very much hope that you decide to come join us. I would love to see what all you can contribute, with just
Well-
like kind of tone that is just curious more than anything.
I sure will. And I hope to work with you in the future as well. And he does a nod.
That's all I have.
I don't see any one of you drinking with me.
Sure,
So-
why not?
It's a little early, Trovis, don't you think?
It is always night around this part.
Well, if you would notice, it's like considerably brighter than usual.
Yeah, but he means outside.
I'll try to just ask for a I don't know, a virgin drink of whatever Torvis is drinking to make him feel at home at company.
I'm gonna
Okay.
lean into Brutus and ask, is there
Like
any-
you're ordering something?
Me? No, just water. I always go for just water.
Okay.
I was gonna say actually when you're leaning in, like, do you think we should share our information? There's a lot we know that maybe they can fill in the gaps. While Max was talking, I guess.
You mean fill in the gap from?
This is to Brutus and Martin. Okay. No,
gonna
to fill in the
get-
gap for Nathaniel, like about the wizards and the Dwargar plot and things like that.
Hmm.
Basically, what you have in your summary.
I mean, maybe we should build some trust with him first. I just did the broad strokes of what we've been up to, but that's some vital information to this region, and I don't think we should divulge that information just yet. I think we should
All right,
see
if you
what
think
his
so.
true intentions
It's probably
are.
wise.
And Brutus, is there anything you can do for Travis? I need him sober. Well, I guess I don't need him sober, but it would be nice if he was sober. I would like to have some business dealings with him, since we
Yeah.
have quite the amount of.
When do you need him sober? By you want him sober now?
Oh, I mean, possibly take the party to his house. I mean, his certainly have some wine over there, and it is a nice.
Well, then maybe we should have someone go up to get drinks or shots. Get us water shots. Tell him it's vodka. We can get him enough to the point where he thinks that we are drinking together. Suggest going back to his place for a nightcap or continuing the party, something of that matter. And then when we get there, through a hug or a handshake or something, I can get rid of his drunkenness.
I could also just make his shots of water taste like alcohol.
Are you guys
Awesome.
like saying this out loud?
No, I'm leaning in.
Sharing isn't that good.
Conspiracy.
I would say that Providence is so drunk that he doesn't even know what's up and down, like normal. I mean,
He's three
Alright.
sheets to the wind, man.
we met him in a was it a pile of snow as we entered town, where he passed
He
out.
leaves
Yeah.
the bar to drink at home.
I think it's better actually if you make his alcohol taste like crap, so that we would move over to his house, because it's probably not the best stuff they got in this establishment.
I get what you mean.
Wait, if you're saying that, how up can Nathaniel hear this?
Most likely. I mean, Trovez is
Yeah, he has-
is the town drunkard, pretty much.
He says, I can, if you wish for me to, I can purify his drunkenness.
Yeah, that's we're gonna do the good old remove poison with Leon Hans trick from Brutus up there. Yeah, we have that would also be greatly appreciated, whichever way we do.
A pa-
But I would certainly
Hey,
want
Brutus
to
is
miss
a
his hat.
paladin, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
You never seen a Goliath paladin before.
I've never seen a Goliath before. Full stop.
Yes, we are not
I've
rare
known
around here, but
few paladins in my time. They always appear to be very noble and willing to die for any cause any god deserve. I
Yeah.
wish for them to be less reckless in their endeavors.
well, I suppose you might think it's reckless, but for us, it's an oath. There's a reason for it.
Well, yes, in trying times, paladins are the swords of justice.
Well, we attempt to be.
With that being said, do you perhaps want me to, or would you want to purify this person?
I think whatever works. I have no problems or qualms doing it myself, but I also am not opposed to you doing it. I think the important thing is that it gets done. But perhaps you could
Well,
do it and showcase some more of your abilities for us. It might be useful.
sure. And he he just walks up next to the Dragonborn very subtly, and you see him make well, he's holding his amulet in his left hand, and he subtly touches the Dragonborn, and like holy energy starts flowing through him, and he chants something, but it's in a very different language. Uh, he chants in Celestial, and if you can hear the chants, you would know this is Lesser Restoration.
I don't believe anyone in here understands you.
No.
Nope.
No.
Well, still accomplished the deal, yeah.
Still looks pretty cool.
So yeah, I cast less.
And you see Trovus
Huh?
kind of wakes up and says, "Oh, I guess it's too early to be this strong, huh?"
And I'm like still like having a hand on his like shoulder, and I say, "Yes, it is, my friend. Perhaps you should reconsider." And I just nod to him, and I look towards the party.
Or perhaps it's not good to be this drunk this early in the bar. Maybe we could go back to your place and drink there. That way you don't look so, I hope you don't take offense to this, but belligerent around people. Maintain your status as what you are in town and save face, and we could enjoy ourselves and celebrate the fact that we escaped with our tails.
Roll me persuasion.
Did it
Do
come
it.
through?
Yeah.
God, why
16.
is
I
it
did
not
16.
Yeah, 16, but it's not coming through on. I guess I
can't see
just
it.
should roll from roll 20 going forward. I'll take a picture of the screenshot and send it to Jen.
Yeah,
I think you have to
I'll
click
take it.
features and traits maybe first, and then roll.
I think the issue, it's not really issue, is I swapped browsers and it said really that Opera is not exactly supported with roll 20. So
Yeah,
I think that's just one of the little bugs with it.
Yeah, he looks at you and you see him. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I have a pretty nice bottle of something that you would like to taste.
Good. That's
So follow
excellent. I think we've earned it.
He says, "Follow me," and he stands up and leaves the tavern.
All right, I'll kind of give the same look that Nathaniel gave to us to you guys as we're headed off. Well, shit, I'm gonna look at Bartok like, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Head into his place. You see these people in the streets are kind of more sad. Some of them have started what a deja vu I'm having. They're started making tents, and some of them are hugging longtime friends or familiars, and they're kind of setting in. Once you reach Travis's house, the speaker's house, he opens and gestures to you that come in as he goes in and leaves the door open.
Go inside. Follow, man.
Yep. Proceed onward. Briskly walk inside.
I,
As do I.
I guess Nathaniel is fine.
Yep,
Fucking show
I'm
off.
normally flying.
I would do that too, though.
Getting in, well, I don't believe I described the room before, but if I did, I'm gonna do it again for our new member. It is a well furbished broad. It is not broad. Open space with a couple of wood carved chairs, and in the middle there's this um table with glass on top of it, and there's a couple of decorations on top, including one of a uh what appears to be a serpent-looking dragon with it is a a chandelier, so I believe it's called chandelier, with the shape of a dragon head.
Yep.
And he says, I'll go get the drinks, you wait here. And he goes to one of the rooms in the back, and when he comes out, he's got a green bottle, ornamented glass bottle of something. And yeah, he comes with a couple of glasses, puts one to in front of one another, and says, it is no fun if we drink just for the sake of drinking. Do any of you have a game?
A game.
Like cards or something.
Actually, I have playing cards.
We could play King's Cup. Have you guys ever played that? I guess you can't. We don't have cans. It's fucking medieval times.
Yeah, I don't have anything. As far as
We
I
can play some
know.
cards.
As I'll pull out like a small deck of
I don't have
gnomish
anything.
sized deck of cards.
Well, actually, Nathaniel says, well, it's not particularly a game, but perhaps a bit of it will be entertaining. And he takes out 5 sticks of incenses, and from his mess kit, he takes out 5 bowls. All right. And then he's gonna do something, and say, watch this. And he takes a stick of incense, right? Puts a bowl in it, and there's 3 other bowls surrounding it, and then he shuffles them around. Very high speeds. And after like shuffling them for a bit, he just says, "So, which bowl is the incenses under?"
If I guess it right, do I get a shot?
Well, sure. Oh, actually, do I roll for this? I should probably roll for this.
So you're shuffling bowls with the incense under one of them. Is that it?
Yep. I'm gonna roll what's it called? Sleight of hand, I suppose, because that's this kind of trick.
You can
Yeah.
roll a d4, and if my roll matches, it means that I win, something like that.
Yeah,
Although
it's investigation or perception contested by sleight of hand, if I'm correct. I got it in 11 plus 2, so that's 13. You can roll whichever stat you want, investigation or perception.
I'm on my way.
I'm not playing, but I'll have been watching obviously, so I'll just roll anyway.
Investigation or perception? Oh crap. Oh shit, natural 20 for Trovus.
And well, does he say the answer?
What?
does he say like the answer out loud? Like that's the bowl?
Yeah, he
Or is
says
he gonna?
that one.
And in the third bowl, Nathaniel reveals, and yep, it is an incense. Correct.
Great shot for me,
Eh.
and he pours the shot and drinks it.
Mm-hmm.
In all
We should up the
honesty.
stakes.
Mm.
If
Sure.
you win, you get 2 shots. If you lose, you have to take one anyway.
I like your rules.
Well, that's the case. Nathaniel starts concentrating on guidance on himself, and he's gonna go serious then. And this time, there's 5 bowls and well, 1 incense. So he puts the incense in the middle bowl, and then he starts shuffling. This time, much faster because of the guidance boosting him. And then after he stops,
sorry, go ahead.
after he stops, he just says, "So, which bowl?"
8.
Is that what we rolled? Roll an 8.
I mean, isn't it sleight of hands against?
Oh, I need to add my guidance modifier. Hopefully,
Yep.
shit, it's not gonna work. D4. So yeah, a total of 8.
So he will now choose the correct one, yeah?
I believe so, because if it meets, it beats.
Am I able to? Let me see here. Is there any way I can perform a minor illusion without him seeing it?
If you don't have subtle spell, I don't believe you can.
Yeah, it's not verbal. It's just somatic and material. So
Yeah, so you're waving your hands around a bit.
Like
a
just flashing,
bit funny.
Ju-
I'm
just flashing gang signs.
yeah. I and I want to. I'll let him take it then.
Why are you holding a small bit of fleece? No reason.
It's not fun if only I play. Why don't you give it a try? And he points towards Brutus.
Well,
course I'll go.
does he?
I'm gonna try to give you a knowing wink.
Can you fail on purpose? Yeah, you can, right?
You should. I
Yeah.
feel like
You should be able to.
You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, but you don't know
Barely.
which have the instances.
Okay, but as I go up there, I'm gonna kind of look at Martok, like, kind of give him like, this is your time.
Oh, it's my time. Sure.
Yeah.
Go right
What's
ahead,
it?
Nathaniel.
And well, I'm gonna roll again.
Sure.
suppose.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh,
Right.
all right. I'm done rolling on fucking. That shit.
Give me 1 second.
But I was assuming you would go. What? Damn. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wow, it didn't even come through on here.
16.
So did you want me to go first, or did you want to go, Brutus?
Well, I thought what I was assuming, or I guess out of character, what I thought was gonna happen is if I went up while he was distracted or something, or while we were all doing this, you could talk to him about the main reason we came here.
I'm trying. I will first. I will win the game first. So you can go have a shot, and then I'll beat my round and then
Okay.
tell him why we're here.
Wait, why do you roll twice? Like, why is it always like?
Because when I roll on roll 20, it just automatically sends 2. It's the same for the DM.
It's just
Like
so
for
like the
real.
first one's advantage,
Yeah,
basically.
it just
Or-
automatically
or-
rolls with advantage.
Yeah, it just
But yeah,
saves
we
time.
take the
like-
one on the left when we don't roll with
yeah,
advantage or
sorry, yeah,
disadvantage.
that's what I meant. Yeah, first one's not.
No,
advantage.
I knew what you meant. Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, you see it.
Okay. I guess I'll pick the wrong one to lose and take one shot.
Mhm.
And then just like I do in real life, I will only take half of it and then finish the other half when I feel up to the task.
All right, go right ahead. I'm up.
All right, then let's up the difficulty. And this time, there is a bright light just appearing from that area. And so if you try and just gaze at the balls, you're gonna feel a bit like blinded because it's a very bright light. But Nathaniel still shuffles the balls, and well, this time if you're gonna like keep your vision, you're gonna probably roll with disadvantage because there's like a bright light exactly where I'm shuffling the balls.
Well, I will use my telepathy and tell you. Can you please just the last ball you touch is the one it's under, and do it without making anyone see that you've given me the sign of which one is the actual one. Whether or not you pick the right one or not, that's up to you. But I'm just gonna hope that you give me some sort of sign, which is the correct one.
Oh well, you see one of his wings pointing towards the fourth ball, and he's like just looking away sheepishly.
Hmm. That one.
And well, it is the incense. Yep.
Right. And I'm only waiting for Trovus to get back.
Sorry, I got a phone call. I'm back.
Yeah.
I did the even harder. I conjured a bright light when I was like shuffling, and everyone had their vision obscured.
What?
Indeed.
I just made like a bright light when I was shuffling, so no, everyone just can't see in it because there's a bright light. They're like it's
Ah,
like gazing into the sun. You're just gonna hurt your eyes, so you just like have a disadvantage.
okay.
So, Trovus, enough of these games. I think we have. I would like to speak on a more um, serious note with you. Doubt in the tower. You took us there and you guided us, but you unfortunately got captured. You fought valiantly and got a lot of the bandits killed, but don't you think your
Are you gonna
adventuring
tell me your
days are
story?
really over?
I do. That's why I don't go out of the town anymore. It was an exception, part of our deal. You helped the town get rid of the thieves. I helped you get there to the tower.
Hmm. What I'm trying to get to, but uh, you're not getting the point. Is that uh, I didn't tell you that I found some riches in the tower, which I kept, and I'm very much interested in procuring some of your adventuring items. We in my group, or my group and I, we are on a task to help this region out. And we can use every advantage we can get to defeat the Frost Maiden. And I'm
Are
going to
you?
make you an offer you can't refuse.
I don't know. The stuff I keep in my basement are precious memories of my long gone adventuring days. It won't be easy for me to part from them.
Well, I'm gonna slap. I'm gonna slap all my platinum on the table. I don't care. I'm just gonna show them the lot. Just boom, the 300 platinum. I'm not gonna tell that anyone
300.
else in the group has any gold at any platinum at all. But just well, everyone has their price, don't they, Trovis? And I do believe you might want to part, maybe with a few of the ones that you got.
Give me persuasion.
Okay.
He thinks it's silver.
Yeah. Yeah. Oof. Persuasion. Oh no. What have I done? Yeah, let's. Yeah.
If anyone wants to put on their bulk of platinum in there, they can also roll persuasion.
Real quick though, seeing that you're struggling a little bit, actually, have we long rested since we arrived back?
We have. Thank God.
Okay, thank God. Yeah, you can. I'm gonna chronal shift that. You can reroll.
You have +4.
I know. I should have used deception instead with a +6 or something else. But yeah. Just once.
Much better. Oh, he's gonna grab one of those and he's gonna chew on it and sees rock solid, or not rock solid, more like metal solid. Against the light, and he's gonna see it shine and say, "This is genuine platinum, isn't it?"
Yeah, it is.
I would like to try to help with the negotiations by subtle spellcasting detect thoughts.
Wow.
The surface thoughts that you can
Detect.
perceive are like, this will definitely do. I certainly don't need this and that, but you don't get much of his mind unless you
Okay.
cheer.
And then a question for the DM. The spell spell detect thoughts says that if I delve deeper, either way he will just know that I read his mind. But
Yes.
does subtle spell help with that, or is it still just part of this? Like he will just know.
He would just know.
Okay. So he's basically just going through the list in his head of like the things he could part with.
Yeah. And he's gonna say, what caught your eye from my equipment?
Well, I never actually went down to the basement. I just got told that there were some very interesting adventure gear down there, and I've seen you in combat, so obviously you do have some very interesting pieces.
And this will be where I'll start helping by listing off maybe the things that he's most willing to part with and that could help us the most.
In your thoughts, you can, in his thoughts, vague thoughts, you can hear things like this armor, this rapier, this crossbow, stuff like that. If you wish, we can go down there and you can see with your own eyes.
We would certainly want to. I mean, this is put on the table everything we got as a group, and let's see what we got that can help us out.
Follow me then. He gets up and goes into his room. Inside of there is a big bed. It doesn't have any sheaths nor pillows. It is just plain. It has a mattress, kind of, but looks very plain. And there is a trap door in one of the corners of the room. He goes there, gets a key, opens the lock, opens the trap door, and says, "This way," as he descends down into the basement.
Well, let's follow him down.
Can the rest of us stop taking shots at this point?
Give me just 1 second. As you go down, some of you already saw the room, but for those entering here for the first time, you see kind of racks of weapons and stands and closets and weapon stands. I mean armor stands laying around, or not laying around. They are like very tidy against the walls. There is to the left wall. There are armor stands displaying various kinds of armors. To the left, right wall, there is a weapon racks displaying also various kinds of weapons like great axes, long swords, great swords, rapiers. And hanging from the walls, there are heavy crossbows, hand crossbows, and there is a weapon showcase like this kind of tables with a thing that you open that is glass so you can see through, and there is a weapon, a rapier put in there very neatly.
So,
I was gonna say, does a rapier look better than my rapier? Does it look like it exudes any magical properties, or just like some mundane full rapier?
Looks like a very shiny and well polished rapier. The handle is adorned with what seems to be like the handle tries to resemble a rose, and it looks like it's made of a more golden material.
Last time I was down here, I had detect magic up. Would I remember which ones were magic items?
crossbow and one armor.
I
and
believe the
rapier.
person that had magic was. Yeah, I believe the person that had detected magic was
Sato.
Sato.
Yeah.
Who's
Oh,
not
was it?
entering here.
No. Well, I'm already kind of drawn to. I guess that my eyes would be drawn to it. So, but I'm not. I can't have any way of identifying whether it is magic or not. Suppose at the very least, Rain would be
So-
like inspecting it while you guys are looking at the other things.
What is your pick?
One pick. I mean, this will make you a very rich man. You will be set for life with this kind of money. This is 3,000 gold pieces. I don't know how much a house is in here, but it's 3,000. That's quite a bit in this region, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, you can buy a
That is quite
castle
a
for
bit.
500,000.
What was it, Nathaniel?
These are like around 5 silver.
Yeah. It is quite a lot of money, but the sentimental value that these have may increase these stakes.
As I'll just go over to Martok and just kind of quietly say, I really don't think that we're going to get anywhere near the bargain we want here.
Unless the value, the perceived value, is not as much.
I really don't feel like that spell should affect memory.
I know.
so.
It's just me neither. But this one,
Oh
this,
yeah, freaking.
this one caught your eye, didn't it, Rain?
Mm. I am attached to this. This is my family's rapier, but it's not that I would discard it, but I feel if there's ever a need to have a more suitable weapon, I'd definitely be open to wielding something with more finesse.
So what about this rapier here, Travis? You're not even using it. You have it
These-
locked up in a case. It's never gonna see battle again.
You know
have the
why
opportunity.
this displayed. I pierced a dragon's heart with it.
You did.
Can I roll inside?
I roll inside as well.
Oh, 13.
Doesn't appear to be a line there.
The fuck?
I mean, Dragonborns do freaking historically hate dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like pretty far fetched, if you ask me.
This
This
one
one
is one powerful weapon. I have held many battles with it, and it still holds its shape. And the trouble that it's getting me out of. If you think you can get me 4,000 gold pieces,
4,000.
I will give it to you.
That's
This seems extortionate. I understand it has some sentimental value to you, but then why sell it at all? I would never sell this weapon unless I was in dire need of the gold.
I mean, you're right. These weapons are never gonna see battle again. At least in my hands. But if you can take it out of my hands,
How about this? I return this weapon to you once we've accomplished what we've set out to do here. I'll be effectively borrowing it from you. And if something should happen to it, then I'll pay you the difference. That's 4,000.
and what if something happens to you with the weapon? Like
Well,
you fell off a cliff. Neither you
That's what
nor
I.
the weapon.
That's what I mean. That would be unfortunate, but at least someone tried.
Give me some persuasion.
God. Not charisma is not my. Okay, never mind. 18.
Wow. Hmm.
with a -1.
If you promise to return it, I can give it for half the price.
Wait, so we're paying him 2,000 for a loan of
Fuck
it?
no. What is this? This is fucking kill 10 things at once? Is this the best?
Yeah.
It is.
I'm sorry, I'm not down there, but like in my head, I'm just thinking this has got to be the greatest
Yeah.
rapier ever.
we would surely pay 2,000 for a loan. That is a fantastic deal.
Oh, I won't. I think I'll stick with this. I don't think I even pick up on your sarcasm. I'm just astonished by price.
Well, a +1 rapier is probably like 1,000.
Yeah.
Not in the DMG,
not sure.
but if you're looking at average prices for things, I think it's a bargain, and I will hand them 2K.
For a loan, though.
Oh,
So that
is it though? Is it the loan?
Well, that's what he said. He said it's
Well,
two,
yes,
2000.
of course, but we are parting here with a rapier for half the price with the intent of giving it back. But that is up to you if you want to come back and give him the other 2K later.
As you hand in the 200 platinum pieces, he will unlock the display, open it, and grab the rapier with like this very carefully, and hand it over to you, Rain. And looking at you dead in the eyes, says, "Take care of it, and you, I, if you intend to not return it, you'll answer to me."
Oh, I don't think I'll. Well, I hope I don't have to face a dragon, but I'm sure I'll cut down many evil foes with this.
Do you get what the item is once you held it, or you have to identify it?
You
I
have to
imagine
attune to
you
it or
spend
identify it.
time identifying. I think you have to spend a short rest identifying and then another short rest to attune. I think is how it
Or I
works.
mean, I guess
Okay.
I feel like Trovis could be like, "Oh, this is my old repair. It was really good at this," and
Hmm.
that might be a way to
Like,
bypass
help you
that
to
if you want to
identify it?
just, yeah. Like, because if you're
By
like going
how
into
it
the store to
feels.
buy something, I feel like the person selling it should know what the item does. You shouldn't have to identify it. And
Plus, we just
By
paid like
how it
4 times
feels,
value.
but I
the
guess it's up to you.
material. By how it feels, the material is made out of, and all the carvings it has. It seems that the stories told with this rapier are true, as you are now wielding a rapier +2.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay, never mind. It was worth it in the end. Also,
I'm gonna bite my tongue. Yeah.
Well, since we're off to such a great deal here, do you have anything else you would like to lease from your inventory?
I mean, I have this old heavy crossbow that I like it, but honestly, it's just like any other heavy crossbow. I am not too good at it, and I don't have any meaningful stories with it.
How about armors?
Armors, I have a couple. As he points to his armors. This is the one that I've worn the most. Is worn out. I don't think it would help you much in your adventures, as he's pointed at a chainmail. But then he moves on to a skeletal and says, "This one protected me from the bite of a cave bear. Not a regular bear. You've seen the cave bears; those are even bigger."
Hmm.
And he's pointed at a uh, scale mail that has kind of like a dent around this part. And this half plate in here was a gift from when I departed my life.
You departed your.
It is, yeah. Well, when he said
Or what?
departed my tribe, you can
Oh.
tell that he belonged to a tribe of Dragonborns, and then when he left, this was gift, and it is a very shiny half plate with the head of a dragon carved on the center of it.
Hmm.
Would you depart? What would you depart with this? I mean, what is it? Is it? Does it have any properties? This half plate?
Oh, I don't think I will give you the half plate, but you can take the skull mill if you want. It is uh, more protective than others you see around.
Sure. and I'm gonna hand over. What is the price for this one?
I'll give it to you for 2.5k.
2.5k. There's
Mm-hmm.
that is not in the budget, my friend.
I'm sorry then. It'll stay with me then.
Is there anyone else that would like to haggle with him, or
I'll see
What
if
was
I
the
anything to barter, but I don't really.
DM? What was the starting gold? Was it just from the background, or is it something else?
The price for the skill mill was 2.5k.
No, not like the starting gold, like what I'm supposed to start with.
Oh,
Whatever your background is, probably.
Only
yeah,
background,
what
right?
your
Pretty sure it's
background
based on
was.
class, isn't it? And
Yeah.
You can do both, or either or, I think.
Yeah, then I have only 15 gold. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
what happened? What happened last session was that Max found a machine that can turn magical illusions into reality. So of course, as the sneaky little wizard he is, he conjured a chest full of platinum pieces.
Ooh, but
Yeah,
that doesn't necessarily mean that it's all real. I mean, if he conjured it, he must have to give it some shape and form, and well, how
Yeah,
would
there
he be
was
so?
there was a machine that did it. It turns
No,
illusions
no,
into
no, no, no.
reality.
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
imagine
don't
it
tell
like
things
this.
a DM can do to fuck with us. All right, let's spin the gold first, and then go ahead. Tell us all you want.
My bad, my
I know.
bad.
It could be semi-illusion and then later vanish. That's something that could totally happen, but I mean, Max rolled a 91.
out of 100, yeah.
Mm.
We just turned a simulacrum into a real person. That was the first use of the machine, so we figured might as well try to put some illusions into some material things. But yeah.
He says, I'm sorry then. It'll stay with me.
I don't want to do this, man. I don't want to do this. Yeah, I had this up my sleeve to cast suggestion on him and run, but yeah.
All right. I've got a little bit of a something. While you're bartering, who is the one actively bartering with him right now? Is it you, Martok?
Yeah.
All right. I will go over to Brutus and hatch my devious plan. What if we, in hushed tones, of course, we could try to play up his old, basically wartime days, and say it's a new generation of fighter, etc. These tools have seen many a battle in skilled hands. How about we duel for them?
Oh well, yeah, we could try that. I suppose. I was gonna say trying to persuade him that, looking at Martok's gear, look at it. It's a hunk of junk. It's gone to shit. This old gear, it's in great shape, great quality. Look how long it's lasted. It'd be much better on us new adventurers than the old ones. Don't you think? Something like that. But I mean,
Or
we could try fighting him.
yeah, and try like I don't know, going like, wouldn't it be an honor to have us represent you and all of your glory days by wearing your? Because I imagine these are like heirloom. That he's probably got some kind of like family crest on it or some shit. For his honor, we fight on.
Yes, but how do we go about acquiring the gear from that? Maybe he sees how well it does in battle and decides, yeah, I'm definitely not parting with it now.
Well, that was like the whole thing is like he's not in fighting shape anymore, but we go out and do glorious deeds while wearing his equipment.
Didn't
know.
you see how he fought the bandits?
Yeah, we did a lot better.
Well,
Oh, no.
Max,
Okay.
go ahead.
All right. Well, none of his stuff is really suited for me, but I will absolutely take that spiel with our Goliaths in mind.
Give me persuasion if you're trying to get him to duel you.
No, I
Or not
see.
you, but I mean someone in the party.
All right.
Okay.
As I'm coming up to him and I say all of that, basically, you talk about your wartime days and all of the glorious battles you've done. We don't want to see your name fade into the history books. We would love to wear your equipment and take it into battle and show the accomplishments you did while donning your I'm trying to think of a better word, but your equipment. We would love to share the honor of battle with your memory.
So are you trying to have him get you something for free, or are you trying to? What are you trying to say?
He can make of that what he wants. If he comes to the conclusion that that's a discount or just giving it to us as a loan or anything else, so freaking try to get the deal better. That's all I'm trying to do.
All right, give me persuasion.
All right. I am gonna re-roll that.
You have 2 per day, don't you?
Yeah, that's my second one. Where to go? Persuasion. Shit.
I do believe my name is glorious, and I have already made a lot of deeds that deserve to go into books. I'm sure there's a couple of writings about me.
Yes, but how far could they ever spread? You are one individual, and regardless of whatever deeds you may have accomplished, they can only go so far without the help of others continuing on your legacy.
How much do you offer?
The rest of what Martok offered you, the rest of the funds we offered. So what you spent 200 platinum pieces. We have 100 left. That is all we can offer. Every last coin.
I am afraid that is not worthy enough.
Fair enough.
Tough
Did
bargain.
you throw my platinum in there?
Nope, not a single
Oh.
piece.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't have any platinum, so I'll have to get you guys back.
You're damn right. No, just the old Brutus would have been like that. New Brutus is better.
So if business are over, I got a long day of work to do.
Is that what you call drinking nowadays?
uh, no, I actually have some paperwork, but accompanying it with some drinks wouldn't hurt.
Well, thank you for hospitality and company and the item.
I'll be watching Rapier.
How you watch? Is it like a scrying
Is-
rapier?
No.
I'm gonna have to inspect this when I'm alone.
He will show you out and yeah, say goodbye at the door, unless any one of you is resisting and trying to stay inside.
No, we should probably be on our way. I think we've done enough deeds for this town. Like Nathaniel said, go from town to town and do good deeds, and I think we have accomplished that here, and we should possibly move over to the next town over and see what we can help them with, and if we can get any more knowledge on what's up with this region.
So, what is the move? Well, you weren't here, Nathaniel. Basically, the bargain finished. Party is right now outside of the speaker's house, still inside Caraconic, but deciding where to go next.
Well, we do have some leads on the next town or 2 towns over, where the Red Wizard Zan got burned alive, and unfortunately,
Presumably.
thieving is legal. But maybe that's a place to look into in East Haven. I think you might have contacts there as well, Max, don't you?
Are you talking to me?
Max?
Max?
Oh.
What was that?
You have
He asked
contacts in
if
East
you have
Haven, correct?
Oh yes, I have. Yeah, I have contacts in East Haven.
Would any of these
Should I
contacts
inform them
know
that
anything?
we're? Should I inform them that we're heading that way?
Well, it's up to the rest of the group to decide if that's the proper place to go to.
Oh, okay. But what were you asking before?
Oh, it's just whether or not you had contacts in that location, and it was of interest to you
Yeah.
to go there.
Oh yeah, we So actually, I guess I would have contacts in East Haven just because of my criminal contacts. But would I know much about East Haven, like myself personally?
You would know the history of the place, that it was founded by some outcasts, people from the Thieves Guild over from the Sword Coast, and because of this, it's tradition that thievery is legal in there. Other criminal acts like break-ins or murdering are still punishable.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna go off for today to go do
Do you have
something.
to go?
Hmm?
Yeah, I'll be on for like next session a bit longer. Today I just had something planned.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good.
All
All
right,
right.
Thank
Yeah.
you for
Fair
joining
enough.
us.
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you, man.
let me
Yeah, it was
know.
nice meeting you.
Thank
Yeah, good
you.
to see you.
Let me know what happens. See ya.
All right, see you next week.
God, finally that guy is gone.
I was gonna say it's I think, well, I guess, should I say this in front of our new character? Oh, I guess I can. I think we should find this Avarice individual. I think, and Nathaniel, if you must know, although I know he's not here, but there are some treacherous mages running amok here that I suspect at least must be linked somehow to this Frost, and I have encountered one already. I think they're off scheming and putting things in motion while we remain here, and I'd rather dispatch of them as soon as we can. Problem is, I don't know where to look. So
Go into the
I would rather
largest.
find the wizards, but I suppose I'll ask him,
Yeah,
has he seen a white tiefling? But if he hasn't, then
would say that he's got no knowledge about any red wizards around these lands.
Mm.
So
Well, I suppose I can. Let me just look at my traits and see what all specifics it gets into. I have what is it? I have a trustworthy contact who works as a liaison to the network of other criminals. Local messengers, corrupt caravan masters, seedy sailors who can deliver messages for you. Okay, so I can either get a liaison to introduce me to, the people that know shit, or I can deliver messages. So anything that we might want to know, I'd probably have to set up a meeting for us, more likely.
In one of the larger towns or anywhere.
It depends on where the person wants to meet us, honestly. Like if we're meeting up with a gang boss, I don't think they're gonna want to leave their town, but if we're just talking to some, I don't know, corrupt trader, they could probably just meet us along the path.
Well, maybe then, Rain, we are able to use the contacts that Max has in East Haven.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Inquire about whereabouts.
Yeah,
of
well,
that
we
place.
have no information, so any information will do. Or if it puts us closer to either the source of the frost or that Dwerga we've heard so much about. I just don't like to loiter in places for too long.
So we're all in agreement, East Haven?
Sounds good
Works
to me.
for me.
Yep.
I can send a message ahead.
how would you send a message that arrives faster than you?
Well, I was actually thinking, now that we have so much gold, I could cast Find Familiar again, but resummon it as a snowy owl and take it to whichever falconry in East Haven I know of that has someone I can contact about.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fucking right, DM.
Wait, what's faster, a falcon or an owl? What's
Well,
the
I
fastest
imagine with
bird
all
you can
these
summon?
wintry conditions, a falcon isn't going to last too long.
Well, using the Falcon
True.
service
What, an
is
owl?
at least 1,000 gold.
Sounds ridiculous.
At least
Nah.
10,000.
But yeah, send an owl up ahead. Try to get us into into contact with whoever we decided upon before we leave, I suppose.
Can you ask them, did they see any of the red wizards? Or are they present? And if so, because maybe if we're this is out of character, obviously, but if we're arriving there, maybe they'll anticipate that.
The
Or
main
go
problem
into
with
hiding or something.
the main problem with the underground world is that there's not any prevalent information to all.
Hmm.
So I can kind DM, who all would I know? Who could I contact? Would it just be this the typical spread it gave me here? So corrupt caravan masters, seedy sailors. Who would I be able to contact, basically?
Give me a charisma check.
Charisma, +2. Ooh. Hey,
you could have rolled that before.
Wow.
I wish.
You are in good terms with the Thieves Guild of East Haven. You know where their quarters are. You are always welcome there. And you can either request things to be stolen, or you can get a contract to steal things. When I get you to the map of East Heaven, I will point you to where the headquarters are, or headquarters, more like hideout.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll send the owl up ahead to set up a meeting with whoever the contractor would be, whoever I would go to.
Okay. What is the message saying?
I'm arriving back. I don't know. Thieves can't. I'm trying to figure out. Like, it's not. It won't be in plain English. I guess I'll whatever phrases I've picked up. Me and, uh, me and the group. I'll say it in plain English for you, and you'll just say that I don't know. I twisted the words around some to make this easy.
Okay.
Me and some compatriots arriving in town soon. I would like to have a meeting for you to size them up as you haven't met them, and take on a job, perhaps. I would like to know if there's any red wizards in town. And then pausing for a minute. Anything else that we needed to ask?
Sightings of Durgar.
Yeah, and sightings
Yeah.
of Duragar.
Alright. So your message is delivered in your new owl.
Yeah, my snowy owl. He's got a bunch of little like black spots.
Like a Dalmatian owl?
I mean, snowy owls have just like kind of like black speckles on them.
Are you guys heading off?
We're already walking while he's sending his bird and making our way all the way through East Haven. So
Okay. Following the road. Well, I guess there's no other way to get there. There's 2 hours from Caraconic to Cardinal. Since it's a small stretch and it is still in the morning and it is a regular road, there is no sightings of any beast or anything of the sorts. You guys safely arrive to Cardinal, and if there's nothing you'd like to do there, the march shall continue.
March
We
continues.
ride for on.
I'll mark off a ration or whatever.
Do what?
No, I'll just mark off some food, like.
Mm.
And
Rations.
along the way, I'm gonna start teaching the party members of just like, all right, don't ever show that you have platinum. Keep like some gold in a pouch around your neck as an obvious thing for people to steal. Keep some of it in your boots, some of it like tucked away in a separate pouch along your leg, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. The rest of the travel, okay. Arriving here, that would make the mark of 4 hours of travel. And because if it is snowy, I mean, this is the rules that we are using here. I don't know if this is global, but every 4 hours you have to take 1 hour of short rest.
Sure thing.
So in this place,
Sure thing.
you guys take 1 hour rest if anyone wants to read anything. Don't know if you want to learn any spells, Max, or identify or attune to any item.
Can I try to find something to eat that isn't gonna be a ration? Because that just sounds like astronaut paste, and I would not mind finding something to eat for us.
You don't like hardtack?
Hmm,
No, not particularly.
we need some snow. I mean,
With a survival check, you would find what you.
snow bunny, snow
Okay.
bunny, snow bunny. Oof.
You see absolutely no signs of life.
There's some yellow snow over here. It looks quite tasty. All right, I'll come back to feed it.
No one attuning or identifying or anything.
I'll learn Magic Mouth.
Oh, I would have attuned to that item, the Pearl of Power. I would have assumed this morning while we
Okay.
were all doing.
Did anyone
Yeah.
want that ring of psychic resistance?
I mean, I'll wear it
Oh.
if nobody else is.
Go ahead, man. Pick it up.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I'll wear it,
The
and then
rest-
next short rest, I guess I'll attune.
I would say you guys make it. It is a total of 8 around 8 hours travel. So you guys left somewhere mid-morning. So you're arriving at the afternoon. In this travel, I will ask you guys to get a ration eaten.
Hmm?
Another one.
But you are now approaching town. You see there is like this. Ignore the street lamps. They're actually not there. Uh, uh,
Are the other two
and
lamps there?
what?
Are the other two lamps there?
Don't get what you're saying.
You said that ignore these two lamps. Are these two lamps okay? Do
No,
we see these?
I said ignore the street lamps in general.
Oh, okay, okay.
This attempt of being a tidy town, but that clearly failed. It is houses all scattered around. Uh, there is no clear defined neighborhoods, but it is big. It is bigger than any town you've been to, and uh, it is clear just by seeing it at the distance. And coming closer, the first thing that you come across is a sign, like a stake on the ground that leads to a wooden sign that is carved with the word "Mind your pouch." It is big with a excuse me, big with exclamation mark.
Yeah.
There's also some guards standing around. They doesn't they don't appear to have a lazy stand. They are more like a rigid standing like this. And as you enter, one of the guards greets you and says, "Welcome to his heaven. Do not separate from your pouch. Be sure to always keep an eye on your belongings."
Is
I'll
there
have a
Sure,
some
plan.
sort
do
of
that.
problem in town? Sorry,
I
that was
forgot
like
the word.
3 or 4 of us trying to go to what's up. Sorry.
The word was tradition. By tradition, thievery is not a punishable crime within the town.
So, do you guys just punish murder then, or what is it that you monitor?
All other crimes are punishable and monitored around town. break-ins, murderings, rapings.
Why is thievery legal then?
Tradition by the founders of town.
Does Max know anything about these founders of town and why they do this crazy shit?
I mean, would I?
You only know it's tradition.
Fantastic. It's tradition, man. We don't fuck with tradition.
Can't argue with that, I suppose.
What was that ring called, by the way?
Psychic
Bring up
resistance.
psychic
Like,
resistance. Yeah.
Don't say it too loudly. Someone might rob us.
It doesn't have a sign or an arrow pointing to it, but I will let you know, Max, that this is like the gathering place of the underground thievery.
I imagine
So-
I'd see some kind of like thieves' can't symbol that I've seen enough times, even if I don't understand the full language.
Yeah.
All right, I'll direct the party subtly. It's just like, hey, this is our way down. Stick close.
Should we hold hands or something?
Maybe not that close.
I'm just kidding.
But watch each other. It's easier than watching yourself.
So as we're approaching Square, or anywhere that's kind of deeper into the city where there's kind of a more large gathering, can I try to detect good and evil and use my divine sense just to see if maybe in the square or somewhere around town I get some sort of ping off somebody or something?
You do notice that there is the same dressed people that you saw at Carconic.
Not with the masks.
Like immigrants. No, not necessarily wearing masks. But they're like kind of like people that migrated and they are trying to settle in this place. And walking around with your divine senses, it is undead, fiend, and what?
Celestial.
Celestial Fae, I think.
Yeah, celestial fiends and undead.
But you would pick up Nathaniel
so
being
how
ASMR.
awesome. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think Don't I also pick up somebody else?
Yeah, you would certainly.
Undead.
I'm not undead though.
Oh, okay.
You
Remember that was like the first episode. Or...
Yeah, they're
Actually,
technically
yeah, that's
considered.
the very first
Well, I
humanoids.
thought they were considered undead.
I
The
thought too,
vampire's
but not
undead, but I'm not a
Yeah,
vampire.
yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway,
Just humanoid.
But yeah, you pick up the celestial radiance of the new member, Nathaniel. But other regular folk walking by you or in the distance
yeah,
don't seem to
nothing.
shed any aroma.
Would I know then possibly what Nathaniel might be that would give off this kind of sense?
It says what kind of smell you feel for celestial,
It's
right?
some investigation.
Oh, I didn't think it did.
It
Does it
rings
tell you
with
what smell?
heavenly music in your ears if it's a celestial.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't
Yeah.
ever see that. Where does it say that at?
It says strong evil smells like shit, and powerful good rings like a heavenly music in your ears.
Does it say that exactly?
Yeah.
Word for word.
Word for word. Smells like shit. I'm sure the kids love it.
Word for word.
Damn it, I keep rolling on here. I rolled a 1 for investigation.
You are oblivious.
Okay.
It's got to be pretty late in the day by now, huh?
Mm. It's a
Yeah,
perfect
it's
time
like
to meet
afternoon-ish.
the gangsters.
Give me a group perception check.
Dude, you done messed up. I'm so perceptive.
6.
Should we let Max roll? They were pretty, or Nathaniel, they were pretty happy with their 20 wisdom. Hey, let's go.
Wow. Nathaniel will have a roll 1d20 plus 5, isn't it?
If
Well,
it's not
unless they're
proficient.
proficient, it might even be more. Yeah.
So yeah, I would say you guys walking down the streets, you see some people looking at you and murmuring to each other, but they don't seem to approach. And heck, even with that roll, Brutus, you can listen to some of them say something about the new ones.
Okay, I'm gonna tell the group to keep holding their pouch closed, perhaps a little closer. It seems like we have some unwanted eyes following us. As I'm gonna kind of look off, but in my glance at the general direction off of where I heard this coming from. Like, don't look
Okay.
now, but we might have grown a tail.
Are there any moments when like we round a corner in an alley or something and we're alone?
Yeah, actually, I would say you guys veer down this road and then come from
Hey,
here.
where?
There are no people around here.
Like,
All right.
Oh, I'm pinging in the GM layer. Hold on.
okay.
Yeah, around there, there's no people around this
All right.
part.
When we get a moment to ourselves, I'm gonna cast Alter Self on myself,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to just make myself look like the most typical of the people I see around. Just like
Like
I
the
don't know,
most common you can common.
the median of the group. And then I have no idea if this is one of those like transmutation spells where like I can actually fuck with what equipment I have on me, because I know some of them are like it melds into yourself.
Mm.
I believe you make like an illusion, or not an illusion,
Well,
like you
Alter
change.
Self is the physical one.
Yeah, it's the disguise
Disguise
self where you
self,
can
yeah.
be larger, but if they hug you, you can feel your actual size. I think alter self, you
Yeah.
become that size.
Mm-hmm. It's a second level spell.
Ah, I believe you can change the size of what you're wearing to like, obviously, like to like fit yourself.
Right.
But I'm not sure if you can like make royal clothes appear on you.
Yeah, I'm just saying like how when you, I don't know, polymorph into an eagle, all of your equipment is no longer on you, but when you polymorph back, it's just there again.
To link the
Okay.
spell.
There is another.
I don't think you can do it on this one. I'm trying to read, but not. It's a very lengthy spell. I don't see it though.
Says you decide what you look like. You can make yourself to appear as a member of another race. Though none of your statistics change. You also can't appear as a creature of a different size than you, and your basic
Oh.
shape stays the same. If you're bipedal, you can't use this spell to become quadrupedal, for instance. At any point, the duration of the spell, you can use your action to change your appearance in this way again. Doesn't say anything about clothes, though.
Mm.
Just
All
says you
right, I guess
decide what
that's
you
I guess that's
decide.
why you have to stay the same size. All right, I'll just be, I don't know. Halflings are trusted.
No, it says you can change your size. You can
Oh, it does?
change what you look like.
Did I read it
including
wrong?
Weight.
You'll be the
facial
same
features.
race, is it? Like
Oh, it just has to
a
be the
bigger
same
version?
size as you.
Oh, same size category.
Oh.
So I
okay.
can't be a Goliath.
Yeah, but you can make yourself like a
You can be.
tall gnome, I guess.
Goliaths are only medium.
I'll
Wow,
be in.
no, you couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'll just be your average halfling.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
It's
It's
small, yeah.
Yeah, they're small. Yeah.
I'm sorry, my mistake.
I'm technically a medium creature, but that's just for frickin' rules lawyers. I'm tiny.
Okay. Uh, I'm not feeling very well, and my throat is really sore, so I sadly want to call
No
a
worries,
session
man.
now.
That's fine.
It happens.
Thank you
Yep,
for the
alright.
session. This one's been
You
really
already
fun.
said you weren't feeling good, so we
Mm.
appreciate you putting the time in that you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hmm
really do appreciate
Plus,
it.
there's a few things I have to come up with.
Didn't expect us to come to East Haven, did you?
No, I was expecting it, but not the way of getting in. But yeah, I have to ask Nathaniel if like his schedule is always gonna be leaving early.
Yeah.
No, he said next week he should be
Yeah.
fine.
Mm.
I thought he said this is like a one-time
Yeah.
thing he had planned already.
Well,
Ah,
I
okay.
could be wrong though.
you can always ask.